All right. Let's get this show on the road. And by that, I mean let's wait around because I don't know if anyone's even here yet. Whoa! Hello, Duckman. The OG. The original Duck. I've got my A and doubled U to drink tonight. I don't know if people are even going to be around at this time on a random Tuesday. I might also be streaming over something on Stabbiness. I'm not sure. But you know, we try our best. We play the video game. And maybe only one or two people come to watch, but that's okay. That's okay, because we're a community of me and several other people. Do you also have your Long John Silver's? No. When's the last time I went to a Long John Silver's? I used to go occasionally in, like, high school through mid-college. Just to one specific one that was kind of close to where I lived, not at college. So I would go if I was, like, hanging out with friends on a break somewhere. Hello, Teal Chorus. Nice to have you here. Nice to have you here, Chorus. Let me... My primary memory of Long John Silver's is that they gave some little cards with cartoon fish pictures on them. Not very many. They gave us, like, I think we probably got some kids' meals or something. And so we had, like, 8 total cards, like 2 of each of a couple different ones. And we... while surprisingly not stoned, none of my friends actually did drugs, because we really didn't need them to hang out and do all the classic stoner activities, including do very stupid shit like this. My friends and I were like, dude, we've got fish cards. We should play Go Fish with these 8 cards. And so we shuffled and dealt people like 2 or 3 cards and tried to play Go Fish. It was either, depending on how you looked at it, it was very easy or very difficult, insofar as there weren't many options. But the reason that stuck with me is because one of my friends asked someone if they had any blue square fish. But it was like, it was the only fish. The 4 different ones we had were like a fish that was kind of blue and vaguely square. Like a lobster, I think like a clam or a nautilus or something, and like a horseshoe crab. And so there was only one fish. But they really enunciated. They were like, do you have any blue square fish? And for some reason, you know, when you're 19 and you're hanging out with your friends, that shit can just be the funniest thing you've ever heard in your life. And I think if I had gone on to become like a professional League of Legends player or something, I think I would have picked blue square fish as my handle. That phrase stuck with me for a long time. Harem, random question. Have you listened for the official MTG soundtracks? Official MTG soundtracks? No. Magic the Gathering soundtrack. Oh, I see. It's not just one. They have some, I see Kamigawa Neon Dynasty official soundtrack. I see Streets of New Capenna official soundtrack. Those are not like the newest sets though. Those are from like 2022, and yet those are the top results, which makes me think they did it for those two and then we're like, nah, no one cares. This isn't making money. Let's not bother. But maybe I'm wrong. If they're still doing them, that's kind of neat. If those are the ones you're referring to, or if you mean like the official soundtrack for Arena specifically. I wouldn't call Arena's music very distinctive. It's inoffensive, it's atmospheric. It doesn't have tracks that stick with me the way Master Duel does. Master Duel has some bangers. It's also got some weird stuff that I don't really care for, so it's a real roll of the dice every time you start up a new game. Anyway, plans for today. I didn't play Arena yesterday, so I've got 2 dailies, as you can see. I'll re-roll one of these, see if I can get a 750. Hey, okay, play 40 lands. So, I want to knock these out. Get some daily wins, get some weekly wins. But I see, they've got a midweek magic going on, which is Brawl. And it appears that they let you... Yeah, it looks like... Are these the exact set of are these just the ones that I own, or are these the exact set of commanders that they say you're required to use? I'm not sure. I'm gonna assume they've been intelligent here. Apologies if this is ignorant, but what is the issue with the MTG sets that incorporate other properties? Exact, okay. Okay, so if that's correct, then I guess of the ones that are on that list, these are the ones I own, I'm assuming. I can't remember, like, I haven't paid that much attention as I've been opening packs, so, like, I don't have a clear idea of which ones I have or have not opened. So I'm going to assume that this is just the subset of ones that also I have opened. What is the issue with the MTG sets that incorporate other properties? Which they're called the Universe Beyond sets. I mean, the issue makes it sound like there's a consensus problem that everyone agrees is a problem. And that's probably not an accurate statement. I can tell you my issues with them. MTG covers a wide variety of aesthetics, especially even while they were staying on Dominaria. You know, they would go around to different places, like, you know, Mirage was obviously very African in its vibe. Most of Dominaria was kind of just generically fantasy. You know, there were like, Ice Age had some, like, Scandinavian influences. So, like, Magic has never had a monolithic aesthetic. I acknowledge this. And in particular, once they started going to other planes, you know, there was some controversy when Kamigawa came out, because people were like, ugh, anime shit, even though, no, it was actually reasonably accurate historical Japan shit. But, you know, it was a different aesthetic. And Ravnica was a great block, and everyone liked it, but some people were, like, didn't care for the cityscape setting. So, like, just to say it up front, Magic has gone through many different settings, and they don't all have the same vibes. And so, the basis of my argument is not that Magic's aesthetic has to be exactly one thing that is unchanging. Even if that had been the case historically, which it hasn't been, that would not be a realistic expectation to assume that a game that's going to be around for now 31 years and counting was not going to change that in that respect. So that being said, the Universe Beyond sets are very wildly outside the scope of the aesthetics and settings that Magic has done in its own right prior to them. For most of them. It varies a little bit. Like, for instance, you know, the Dungeons and Dragons one that has, like, Baldur's Gate shit in it, and the Lord of the Rings one. Those are settings and stories that they don't interchangeably fit into Magic's milieu, but they don't clash with it too badly. But stuff like, say, Walking Dead, Fallout, Jurassic Park, you know, any Marvel shit, I have a problem with that. SpongeBob, so the secret layers are another thing. I find the secret layers less offensive because they're more ignorable. They're very limited releases of just a few cards. And they aren't any new cards, they're just reskins of existing ones. Like, they're a little whatever, but, like, the Universes Beyond are whole sets that they've spent a lot of time and effort developing and put out that, in my opinion, are Well, they're very cash grabby, I feel. I find them to lack artistic merit insofar as when Magic does a new setting that's native to Magic, that's something they themselves developed, and they developed it to be a setting for their game. And so you may not like all of them equally. In fact, sometimes maybe, there's a block and it's like, wow, I hate the setting for this block. I don't want to play this one. Like, okay, but I can feel that is something they have created with love. They have made this because they want to do something new with the game, and they've put a level of effort into that. And so even the settings that are a little stranger, that are still original, like, say, Bloomborough, I'm more okay with than Universes Beyond. Universes Beyond has a fundamentally different strategy, like business strategy underlying it, which is that rather than making something for Magic and for people who play Magic, they have taken something else and been like, well, what if Magic was this? Which is okay in theory, but it's impossible for me to look past the fact that clearly the motivation was not, well, here's an interesting thought exercise of how would you realize, Fallout as a Magic set? Like, that there's interesting game design space there, and I don't dispute that, but that's obviously not why they've done them. They've done them in the hopes that fans of these existing IPs will pick up the game. And every Universes Beyond set they make is, there's a finite number of designers working on the game, right? So, like, you could say, well, that just means the Universes Beyond stuff isn't for you. And, like, that's valid, I suppose, but every Universes Beyond set they spend time designing, commissioning art for, etc., is less time and effort they have to tend to their own IP itself. If you think of their IP as being both the game and the settings they themselves have developed for it that are original to the game and intertwined with the game in a way that imported IPs are never going to be. And it became, more, that problem became more difficult to ignore recently because, yes, as Nom Nom Freshman just mentioned, they have announced that, first of all, they're going to make even more Universes Beyond and fewer non-Universes Beyond going forward. Fully half their releases will now be Universes Beyond. And they are now going to be part of the standard rotation, like the actually used in competitive sets rather than a fun sideshow for, fans of these other IPs to come and maybe, have fun seeing their IP rendered as a Magic set. So the business strategy is very clearly, doubling down on that as a source of money. Are they adding unique cards/mechanics? In the sense of they're adding new cards, unlike, say, the Secret Lairs that are reflavored reprints. They are adding their own cards and mechanics, and I'm not going to paint with a broad brush and say all the Universes Beyond sets are interchangeably bad. Their mechanics suck, their cards suck, rabble, rabble, rabble. That's too reductive. But they're not for me. I don't like playing with them because I like Magic's own settings, and I find it very disruptive of the aesthetic experience that I like in the game to, for instance, have my opponent suddenly play Doctor Who cards, or Jurassic Park cards, or Fallout cards in my game. And so the fact that there's even more of those being made, and now they're going to be even less escapable if you're playing, if you're just playing standard. You can't not play with those cards now. And so, God, I wrote a long thing about it on the Surprise Round Discord, but basically, I'm upset because they're putting more and more of their time and effort into content that I don't want and I don't care about. And it feels like content that is geared first and foremost towards people who don't play Magic. It's content that's very deliberately chasing and trying to cultivate an audience out of people who are only here for their pet IP that happen to get a set. Hello, Brownie Man, if I'm saying that correctly. So that is my problem with them. That is my problem with them. And now, let's real quick look at what we've got going on here. I don't know if I own enough cards to make a Brawl deck. But let's take a quick look, shall we? Why don't we... Well, we're going to want to pick a multicolor one because I definitely don't want to limit myself to a single color. Let's see if I can find 100 cards. Sure, let's try this one. Let's try this lady. So show me blue and green cards. Oh boy. Sitting here and building a deck is not going to be the most scintillating thing we've seen. Tell you what are my quests for? Blue or black spells? Okay. Do I have a blue and black commander that I can play for this? I don't think I do. No. Okay. So we should pick one that's at least blue or black. Let's try this, and let's just pick some cards and see if we can actually somehow win with our random stack of cards. Isn't this just sleight of hand, but it costs an extra mana? I guess it's an artifact for things that interact with that. Yeah, let's play filler card. Let's grab some stuff that does some things. Sure, that card's fine. That card's removal. Let's see. What are we doing here? Greatest power among creatures you control? Sure, so we want some creatures with high power. Yeah, that thing's fun. Yeah, that's removal. Oh, compulsion's fun. Yeah, that gets stuff. Sure. If you commit a crime, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. Maybe. Yeah, counter magic. That's bounce, but I don't have deserts. Yeah, I'm just gonna stuff like every blue card that looks decent. I'm not gonna think about it very hard. If you attack, that's for small creatures. Oh yeah, that's bounce. Let's see. Create a map. Oh yeah, that's neat. Gift a card. Random question, but what's everyone's favorite cookie? Well, if you ask me, my favorite cookie is ginger chocolate chip cookies. Yeah, that thing's fun. I love how these are mostly very new cards, and then we've got these random cards from, like, Khans of Tarkir packs that we open that are like, wait, no! Don't forget, those cards are old and much worse. Don't be fooled. Oh, yeah, that thing's funny. I never got to play that in my, Duskmourn draft. Let's see, sure, let's card draw. I don't know if you've answered this before, Aram, but would you be open to playing against people in chat? Yeah. Yes, I am slowly starting to accumulate some collection, as you can see. Not much, but I have a notion of what commander and colors I think I'd like to use for when we get there. So, yes, before too long, that's probably something I can reasonably do. Sure, whatever. I'm probably putting too much thought into this still. Do-do-do-do-do. There's not really gonna be much in the way of, what you'd call synergy here. And that's okay. That's okay. We're just gonna do our best. Gift a tapped fish. Yeah, that's funny. Sure, let's just play that. Card draw. Counter magic. Card draw. An instant or sorcerer card or a creature with flying. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm not really playing fairies. Sniper fish returns. It very well might. Very well might. Oh, that's wacky. Sure. Why not? Counterspell. Yeah, Waterwind Scout's pretty good in the green-blue deck. The green-blue precon, that is. And this returns... yeah, that can get rid of a commander. Temporarily. Oh yeah, that's cool. Let's see. Oh yeah, I like that guy. I like that guy a lot. I don't want to learn how battles work right now. Let's see. Oh, that's funny. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, you know what? Sure, why not? Artifact stuff. That's kind of neat. Surgical Metamorph. Yo, sure, whatever. Sounds neat. Amass 3 orcs. They really like printing these. Put it on the top or bottom of their library guys lately, huh? Sure. Does that get rid of abilities too? No. Just makes it 1/1, but I'll take it. Sure. He's pretty baller. What are we at? 78? We're gonna need some green cards at some point. In fact, let's look at that now. We need some creatures that have power for our guy. We also need, mana. Let's see. That's green removal. Llanowar elves? Just straight up Llanowar elves? Maybe. Let's see. Yeah, that was pretty good in limited. Sure. How's this work? Oh, yeah. You know what? Sure. He's funny. That rampant growth? No, that gets it to hand. I need some rampant growth. Some rampant growths and some big boys, please. That's what we're looking for. That'll do. That's a 6/6 trample for 5, sure. Oh, Bristly Bill, he's a baller. Yeah, honestly, I'll probably just fucking steal all the shit from that green-blue precon. Let's see. Suggest frog draw engine if you can. That sounds like something that I could make if I was in the mood to deck build instead of picking random cards. We're just looking for stuff that works. Stuff that works. Maybe. Oh, this is rare. That's gotta be good. Andre, 2 cards in a graveyard. Okay, I mean, that's a 3/3 for 2. Sure, I'll play it. Don't even need to read the rest of that. Ah, a battle is... Yes. I think someone has explained battles to me before. It did not stick because I haven't seen any other than that single one that I have. This could be okay, sure. Sure, whatever. Where are all the big boys? Where are all the big boys? Where did all the happy memories go? Where can all the big boys be? Oh, whenever another non-human creature you control enters, you can put a bunch of shit on him. Sure, that can make a big guy. Yeah, whatever. You're a guy with stuff. Clear shot. Oh, okay, yeah, yep. The truffles out. I just want... Boy, they've printed this card like 80 times under different names and very slight variations, haven't they? Do you have any milkshakes and yards? Just looking if you have a Tatyova. I don't know what that is, but sure. Let's have a look-see. I don't need advanced filters for this, do I? I just search Tatyova. Oh, yes I do. Well pointed out. Here, just... no, don't craft. Just show me creatures, please. And you know what? Well, okay, yeah. Cast creature spells or activate abilities. Huh. That's kind of neat. I don't have enough big boys though. You know what I need actually? That's pretty funny. I need to just find... sure, that's fun. I need to just find... Oh, yeah. Yeah. I need them to just, like, just show me the stuff that's in the green blue. Yeah, all this shit. Because that thing's pretty crazy. Yeah, he looks good. And I need mana. I need the mana in which I'm accustomed. Don't restrict the type. Can I search text on cards? Yeah, Bonnie Paul would be a good one. Oracle rules. Oh, okay. It's like Scryfall syntax. Land. Looking for any rampant growth variants that we can find. Heaped Harvest isn't bad in that regard. Sure. I'm not gonna be too picky. Yeah, they went this way. Want some cheap ones, too. I don't want to get stuck at, like, 2 mana. Bonnie Paul's obviously a house. Sure, we'll play that. We've got a couple green-blue duels we'll want to play. Wow, do I not have anything that's just, like, rampant growth with no frills, and it only costs, like, 2 mana? This... No, that gets to hand. Map the frontier. Yeah, but that costs 4. I guess yeah. I just don't have common staples, because that's not what I've opened. Alright, well... We're just gonna do our best. Sure, that could be a thing. Do your darndest. I guess this lets me find a desert. But I can only play one of the green-blue desert guy. So that doesn't help super much. Let's see. That only helps if you did that. Okay, well. Second option, we find a couple mana artifacts. That's better than nothing. Oof. We don't even have much option there, do we, huh? No, not a lot. We play a Fountain Port Bell, I guess. Alright, we're at 100. Now we see if the caliber of competition is such that I cannot score a single win with this. It's entirely possible. And if that turns out to be the case, we're just gonna do fucking, starter deck duels. Alright, Thesaurus, you better not be good at this game or I'll be mad. Bell is the key win con to your entire deck. I know. Yeah, this looks average at least. Oh, we start with 25 life. I didn't realize. Paladin class. During your... Oh, well, that's immediately not great, but okay. Creatures enjoying... Okay, I see. Sure. Oh, he's got, like, non-standard things, so I definitely lose. This is a person who cares about this format and their deck. Each other... Okay, it's Angel Tribal. What is... Oh, yeah. What is the commander? Oh, yeah, that's just what... Yeah, okay, yeah. Gotcha. The Restoration of a Ganjo. When you discard... You may discard a card. When you do, return target... Exile the Saga, then return it to your battlefield under the... Transformed into a guy. Okay. Sure. Mechanics! Creatures you control get +1/+1. Sure thing. Okay. I think we're gonna Big Fin Bouncer this. Because it costs more to replay it each time, I assume, just like in normal EDH. He's got something he can do. Not if it goes to hand. Oh, alright. Whenever it attacks or blocks, create a 1/1 colorless spirit token. Okay. Do we bluff? We could bluff. Probably not. They'll want to block with this anyway to get a guy, so it's pretty likely they'll just, they'll mega own me with that. So, this, looks pretty likely to be a loss unless I am able to Zagana into something crazy. Sure. Does this fly? No. Okay. Whoa, he's got all the kill a thing and give me something else. I see. Terra Redeemer. Put 2+1/+1 counters. That's slightly anti-synergy with this. But, I mean, who am I to talk about anti-synergy? Oh, I guess not. Wait, whenever another creature... Oh, 2 or less, right, so it's still a 2/2. Okay, yeah. Anyway, we're mega dead here. I'm just gonna concede. Well, okay, I'll good game them first. Alright, so the first person we played had a real deck. This is an actual format that people on here play, so I guess that's not very surprising. Since I mainly just want to get my dailies, I'm not going to Sisyphus this and push the boulder up the hill all night. I want to get to Civ before too long, so we're just gonna play the blue-black precon instead. Sorry, gents. My pile of 80 random cards plus lands could not get it done. Play the... yeah. Sisyphus, yeah. That's the one. Sorry, Brownie Man. I didn't mean to let you downy, man. Playing against old Lou. Okay. The blue-black deck is a bit feast or famine. This one's kind of like the black-red deck to me, in that it really lives or dies on whether it happens to draw its actually powerful cards. Let's take... let's just take... Drag the Canal. Would you like a code for some cards? Oh, I wouldn't say no. I'm not sure how you want to transmit that to me. You can just post it in here and honor system. Other people don't take it, but, yeah, let me finish this game, and then I will think about the implications of that. Oh, no. That guy's pretty good. Okay, let's see. Well, we probably need to... Target creature. When it attacks while saddled, double the number... Right, yeah. So I don't have a removal spell for this. And not to be defeatist, but that is really bad. Alright, we'll go to combat and attack. Tap target creature. Like, I can tap this, but it doesn't do anything to stop this from going fucking crazy. Yeah, this is not very useful as removal right now, alas. Okay. We're gonna play this. We'll sit back on the ability to remand something. Or to drag the Canal. White-green deck is kind of also a draw your bombs or lose deck. But he has drawn one, and I don't have a Fey fencing. Sure, man. You gonna saddle it? Nope. Target creature you control is supposed to put a +1 counter instead. If it's a mount, which that is, then it deals damage to a bit of yeah, okay. It's not much point in just returning that spell and letting him do it again anyway, because he was going to be able to put a counter on something. Yeah, this looks like pretty close to the God aggro draw for the white-green deck. All he's missing is that mount with lifelink. And then he'll double the number of counters on his creatures, so he's attacking for, like, a lot. Yeah, he's attacking for, like, 11 now? Oh, only on target creature. Okay. Well, I mean, I'll drag the Canal. I'll make a guy. Surveil. Oh, alright. Well, that does something. I'm not sure if it's gonna be enough, but... yeah. Let's draw that. I hope I've done this correctly. Okay, yeah, I am drawing that next. Do we chump? I think we have to, yeah. We chump. And then we fairy fencing this for its life savings. And probably freeze that in place, I'm not sure. Target -X until end of turn. It's an additional -3/-3 if you control. Okay, so I need to fairy fencing this for X equals 3 to kill it. Do I want to do that now? Probably. If he responds with a pump spell, I'm mega owned, so I think I have to do this just main phase. X equals 3, yeah. Die. Ooh, Rain Blue subscribed with Prime. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Come and watch me get my ass beat. Yeah, enter. I'm gonna take a lot of damage. Hopefully he'll tap out. Nope, alright. I was hoping he would tap out to play something. Yeah. I'm probably still lose, but at least I did find a fairy fencing. Let's find a clue. Okay. That blocks, at least. Let's see. I guess let's, let's quick study before we do anything else. Yeah, he has something at instant speed. I can't play that this turn, but... Okay. I play this to block, and yeah, okay, so... Get a little damage, probably. I gotta play for what I can get here. Fairy Dream Thief. I don't want that. And let's freeze this in place. Well, that's not bad. Do I want this Barrow Naughty? Actually, it could be okay for the amount of mana that I have, but I want 3 steps ahead first, for sure. Yeah, we'll do that. Tap out for something so that I can tempo you. If it's a creature, I might not even need to. I can just bounce it with this. Ow. Yeah, I'll block. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm just doing this next turn anyway, so that's fine. Okay, let's go to combat. That costs 5, and then 2 for take it back, so I can... Yeah, okay. Let's attack. Get our little plink. And then Fairy Slumber Party. Swoop. Play the Felidar. Oh, okay. I see that the cost was with the Mocking Sprite in play. Attacks while saddled, creatures you control gain trample until end of turn. Okay. Alright, well that's not ideal. I thought this cost 1 and a blue to begin with. Let's see. 3/3 and a 4/2. He'll be able to saddle it because he can play his other guy. Okay. I don't have anything good to duplicate with 3 steps ahead, so probably that's just gonna be a counter spell. Okay, let's... Go to combat and attack with 1. And then... I'm just gonna play this for the discard, I think. And then counter. Oh, I should not have auto-paid. It tapped me down to a single blue. Welp. Fuck my life. Okay. Now this is quite serious. Baronaughty then. Auto-pay fucking strikes again. I needed colorless blue. Okay. Well, if he's got a pump spell, I'm just probably dead almost no matter what I do here, so I have to play as if he doesn't have one. In which case, I think I do this. Okay, that's pretty bad. At least that doesn't leave him the mana to replay the guy. Boy, do I need a thing that does something. If I could remove this, then these guys wouldn't be able to attack. Ugh, man. That mistap for the Spellscorn really, really kind of destroyed my life. Can I do anything here? I can swing for like 5 and gain some life, but that's not enough to not die. Yeah, shut the fuck up, man. I'm thinking. If I... let's see. If I play the Mocking Sprite... I can make a copy of the Baronaughty. That costs 3 and a blue total. 2 and a blue with that in play. Okay, let's go to combat. I attack with this, and... yeah, I have to leave everything else. Yeah, I'm just like 1 turn behind on tempo, and I don't think I'm gonna reverse that condition. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's all creatures he controls gain trample. Yeah, alright, then I was never making it out of this alive. Fair enough. You can have this one, sir. I wonder if I'd have a shot in that game if I hadn't auto-pay fucked myself with the 3 steps ahead. Maybe. Eh. Oh, well, alright. That would have been a great time for me to look at chat instead of immediately queuing for a new game. Well, if people would like to be cool, then I will do that after this game. And if someone else takes it, someone still gets use out of it. I believe in the honor system. Looks at chat, look at the hex code. Are you trying to give me a virus? That's the red-green deck, I think. The dinosaur one. That's beatable. I was playing the red-green deck the other day, and I played 2 Commune with Nature during the course of the game, and both of them found no creatures. I was a little steamed. I take the damage. Okay. Let's see. Let's hit for 2. And I think we're gonna quick study on that step. Let's let him wonder if maybe I've got counter magic. Woo. I don't think he's gonna play around that. I don't think he is that, I don't think he'll be that obsequious. Yeah. You can kin call. Show me a dino. Reach for the sky, no. Or don't show me a dino. That'd be pretty cool. Anict Altasaur. Ugh, that's a good one against fairies. Okay, well, I've got a spell stutter for it. So that's something. Let's see. What's a good value to call for Talion? I'm not sure. This deck has... Yeah, this deck's pretty, like, 4 through 6 heavy. Mana value, power, or toughness. Yeah, I think I'll name 4. And then, obviously, we're gonna hold back for Spell Stutter when he gets to Altasaur mana. He might have a Menace guy this turn, if he's on curve. Or another Kin Caller, maybe. Another bristling backwoods. Ooh. What you gonna get? A forest? And nothing else? Love to see it. Okay, let's just attack for some damage. And I'm gonna want to use the instant on that. So I think we just end here. We have many 2-mana instants. Cast the dino. I dares ya. Rumbling Rock Slide, targeting Talion. Okay, well, let's resolve the Talion trigger first. I mean, the Altasaur's pretty annoying, but keeping Talion for a turn helps a lot, so I will Spell Stutter this. Oh, alright. That was enough. Yeah. I mean, he's already at 10. Hey, Tom, sorry I missed Prague yesterday. You're good, Honor Spell. That way you didn't see me assassinate Savvy in broad daylight. But not in, like, a cool and funny way. In an upsetting way that I felt bad about. That was our blue-black quest taken care of. So, I mean, if we just want wins, obviously we play the green-blue deck. But I like the red-blue deck, so we're gonna play that instead. No! Oh, cancel it! Okay. We'll try the code now. Let's see. I believe I go to store for this, right? Redeem code? Wow, there is honor left in this world. Thank you, Kadu. I appreciate it. Let's see. That's one of the advantages of having, like, a relatively small set of semi-regular chatters, is if I had, 5,000 viewers, there's no way that code would have still been there. Green-blue also good for competing. Oh, that's true. That's true. I'm gonna give the red-blue at least a shot. This is my favorite of the precons. It's also got a really good matchup into the white-black precon, which is like the second most popular one people play here. Alright, the Halfrican. Yeah, that looks reasonable. Give him the old razzle-dazzle. I think that's black-red, based on which swamps it is, and he's gonna kill my guy immediately, maybe? He's looking at it. He's got 2 black mana. Are you gonna shoot the sheriff right away? Yeah, alright. If you say so. Ooh, Ken. You shot the sheriff, Ken. Yeah, let's play the Archmage's Newt. I might be able to double slick sequence him using this. It's the crest of kindness. Oh, Ken. Oh, I can't kill that with slick sequence. Ken, this is bullshit. Let's see. Yeah, and that gets him another shoot the sheriff if it lives. Which right now it's looking like it probably will. I could demand answers looking for an abrade. Yeah, let's try it. This deck has like 4 copies of it. Those aren't those though. I don't see any reason to slick sequence him just for damage here, so I think we're just gonna play this and pass, and accept the fact that probably Karavak's gonna kill my Newt. Plunderer. Well, I can kill that with flick a coin, so that's something. Ooh. Yes, yes, I like this very much. Let's, so if we flick a coin that... Yeah, we can get some value here. I can't, or I could just flick and slick. Give him the old flick and slick. Karavak. No, I think getting the proc right now is worth more, so we'll flick a coin this. And go to combat and attack. Yeah. That trigger, and then we'll recur demand answers. And, oh, do we wanna, Yeah, I'll sack the treasure for that. Draw 2 cards. Pretty nice. Alright, oh, we got our board wipe. That's pretty good. Raucous Theater. The old Flickin' Slick is on the same alignment as Slonking the Hog. Yeah, that's the sense that I get. I try to, yeah, okay. I swear my hair looks worse on camera than it does in real life. Something about the angle. Rakish Crew. Yeah, I'll take a damage. Let's see. So, what's the best way to play this? I can shock, slick, and flick off of the Archmage's Newt. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna shock this guy. We'll take our rake to the face. We'll go to combat and attack. And then, yeah, we're gonna recur flick a coin. Target Karavak. And then we're gonna slick sequence him to finish him off. Once this deck gets up to like 5 to 7 mana range, you can do a lot of fun cyclical plays like that. I like it a lot. I just realized that he has been lacking red mana for much of the game until now. That's probably why his plays have been on the slow side. 3/4. Okay. Well, I can still blow that up. What's the most efficient way to do it? Probably Hell to pay for 4 attack, Slick Sequence him out of the graveyard. Yeah. X equals 4. We should be able to auto-pay this. Okay. Yeah. Steal a life. And Slick Sequence, and zoop. Got all the creature removal in the world, but not a lot of a clock, because not much burn that can go to the face. This, yeah, that can't go to the face either. So, yeah. Affinity for Outlaws. Okay, tell you what, we've got, what, 7 mana? Okay, so we can go Crimson Pulse and Demand Answers and then kill that with Thunder Salvo, which I think is what we're gonna do. We'll discard a mountain. Ooh, okay. In that case, yeah, a little unfortunate that we won't be able to trigger him this turn, but it's okay. We'll play Malcolm, and then we'll Thunder Salvo this guy. And we'll go to combat and attack. And I can play the Shock by sacrificing my treasure, which I think I will do. To get some damage in. Yep. Red-blue deck's a lot of fun when it gets rolling. Though, yeah, that would have been harder if he had had red mana to start with. How are we on 40 lands? We're still a ways off. Sure, we'll try the blue-green deck and see if we can just put a million lands into play. I kind of feel bad playing the blue-green deck in this now, because it's like, I always kind of roll my eyes when my opponent is playing it. And I'm sure they're doing the same for me, because it's just, like, clearly the best one. Sometimes you just want to notch a win. It's, like, doubly the best one, because if you're playing the blue-green deck, you won't get matched up against it either. So if you choose not to play the blue-green deck, half the time you'll be playing against the blue-green deck. And we're against fairies here. This is probably, like, the one piece of background music from this game that has stuck with me. I like it a lot. Two top, 0 bottom. He scryed, like, immediately. Let's see. Let's go, let's go... A River Herald Guide. Do I want that on top? I don't have a 4th land. No, we'll put it in the graveyard, because we can... As good as this is against the fairies. Oh, this doesn't have reach. I mixed this up with Cactarantula, but yeah. This will let us get a desert. If and we need one. Oh man, look at all these stunning plays. Gonna tap my guy? Yeah, you gonna tap my guy. Yeah, let's see. If we go desert, we're missing our other plays for this turn. Tell you what, let's play the Green Blade, get a Lush Oasis, play a Lush Oasis. We'll put the counter on him, because he can actually attack. See if we can keep him out of easy fairy fencing range. Slicht of Hind? Love this part of the song. Another one, but no mana to make the thing. That's pretty unfortunate. Is he stuck at 3? I assume he is, because otherwise he would play a land first to use the ability. Yeah, that's bad. That's real bad. Okay. What do we plan? Probably this. Just put the fucking boot in. I'd be scooping right now if I were him. I don't know what's in his hand, but this is pretty dispiriting. Deep Fathom Echoes, kind of horse shit. Alright. Yeah. Cha-cha-cha. Oh. No, yeah, we drew that off the thing, yeah. And put a counter on him. Make him harder to kill, also. About the only way the tempo gets rolled back here is if he plays the return all creatures to hand, but that costs 6. So he not gonna have that anytime soon. I reckon he gonna die is what he gonna do. Yeah, I think we just go to combat, because with doubling counters on things, I think he is dead no matter how he blocks here. I guess, oh, he could fairy fencing to give something -3/-3 to live here. Fairy fencing for 0 with his 1 black mana. That only lets him kill Bristly Build for the 4/2, though. Yeah, we'll keep that on top. No, I don't see any reason to do that. Oh, okay, he's just gonna accept his fate. You were mana screwed against the green-blue deck, sir. It's nothing on you. Let's see. That's 3 wins? We didn't actually get to play a whole lot of lands in that game. Let's see if we can get one more win. Either next win or finish the land quest, and I will call that good. And then we will finally test how much crossover audience there is between MTG Arena and Civ 5. So we see whether people flee for the exits as soon as I change games. This could be better, but I think this is okay. We have somewhere to go. The Raucous Theater. He did not mill. Okay. Yeah, Forest, go. I wish I had a desert for these cactarantulas. Did I do list? Oh, well, there we go. Got all the little dudes. All the little guys in Lil Guy City. Yeah, we play the Oasis. Unfortunately, we don't really have mana curve here, because I want to make sure that we can get to Cactarantula. I suppose I could have just hardcasted the Rattleworm this turn and hoped to draw. Well, no, then I wouldn't have had a desert. Yeah, I think either way is okay, but yeah, we're just gonna hang out. Hang out and take our 1. He's got a lot of creatures that don't do a ton on their own. So, unless he can put up one of this deck's bombs, like Laughing Jasper Flint or something, this is going to be pretty hard for him. Yeah, I don't think we need to fail porting anything here. Ooh, Qualies. Well, that will take care of one of the aforementioned bombs if they show up. Let's make a Cactarantula. End of turn, kill it. But I'll draw a card if you do. Yeah, this is about to get murdered. Yep. Yeah, I think I will draw a card. Thank you. Passes back again. Another removal spell, question mark? I think maybe we just do this again. Or we could play a couple smaller dudes, I suppose. I'm just gonna play another Cactarantula. The thing that makes the green-blue deck such a bastard is that not only does it have a pretty good curve, with like Root Rider Fawn and stuff, it's so threat dense. It's got so many cards that have to be answered, and most of the other decks are way more dependent on drawing a couple of their really powerful cards. The red-black deck is one of them. Do I do anything pre-combat here? I don't see a reason to. Let's just go to combat. Swing for 6. Jump with the freebooter, makes perfect sense. That's fine. Get your treasure. Get your scree. On bottom. Okay. Do I just make the Rattle Worm? Or... Let's get this guy out here. If he hits a successful Explorer, then he'll be a substantial threat. Yeah, I'll leave that on top. I mean, I want lands, but I want Bonnie Paul also. It's like the green-blue deck's mid-rangey cards can tangle with the other deck's bombs in many cases, and then the green-blue deck's bombs are even bombier because, like, Bonnie Paul is 2 massive threats that have to be answered in a single card. Ooh, okay. Can we get something done here? Gonna pump some guys? Maybe? Pump the Link Breaker? Pump it twice, attack with the 3? Yeah. That sounds pretty good to me. Yeah, I'll take the trade. The only way the green-blue deck loses to the red-black one is if the red-black one has an unanswered bomb, or I get run over before my later game presence comes online. So I just have to stop that from happening. Yeah, we go to combat here, and we attack with these 2. Don't have a 6th mana for Bonnie Paul yet, alas. Doot. That's fine. I could use Wally's aggressively here to, like, try to clear out blockers, but again, the way I lose is letting a bomb go unanswered, so I think I just... yeah, I just end here. I can Wally's something, I can play the Rattle Worm on his end step. Oops, I don't need that stuff. There we go. Last card, Rakish Crew. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. Let's just attack. Doot. Attack and I guess play... Waterwind Scout? Actually, no, we play Hard Bristle Bandit because that guarantees me a 6th mana for Bonnie Paul next turn. Why are you blocking this, man? It has Trample. I think he got mixed up between which of these had Trample. Let's just play this. And do we need to sit on Wali's mana, or do we also play... Laughing Jasper Flint triggers on his upkeep, I'm pretty sure, so we should be fine to just play the Waterwind Scout here. Don't think there's any card he can draw that is gonna turn this game around. That's what the red-black deck does when it draws all its, like, 1-power creatures and none of its playmakers, alas. How many lands did we end up at? 30? Alright, that's fine. I'll just clear that on a later day without any issue. Okay, so... Well, we're gonna do something we've never done before. Let me get us ready to go into the other game. I'm gonna change on the stream what it says I'm streaming. Yeah, we are now playing Civilization 5. There we go. And let's switch on over to that. The other game. Yeah. Cow Simulator. From the makers of Goat Simulators 1, 2, and 3. It will not show up in OBS until it gets through its loading screen, apparently. Come on. Come on. You can do it. You can do it, Sid. I believe in you. Oh, okay, there it goes. There we are. So, Morocco. Now, I'm going to confess, I was really having a good time my last stream, and so I did end up playing some more in between streams. I didn't think it was gonna be like a lot. I thought it was just gonna be kind of advancing the game state that was already there, but events took a turn. Things have happened. So you may notice that we've eaten Denmark. Most of it. And I know this makes me look like the bad guy. So let's continue. You can see Denmark. So what actually happened was Denmark... My spies informed me that he was plotting against me. He switched back to friendly after I conquered Persepolis. But apparently that was all an act, according to my spies anyway. And so when he declared war on Darius to go and try and take the one city that the Persians founded over here, like fools, he moved all of his military over here and did a really bad job and, like, totally unnecessarily lost a bunch of units taking this. And he had his entire army over here. So between that and the fact that I was told he was plotting against me, I decided I would just roll across the border from the west, and I took these 3 cities with very little opposition. Yeah, he had a small navy that I blew up, but that was about it. He moved all his pikes and crossbows over here, and they trickled back in, like, one at a time and got picked off, instead of him being able to form any kind of defensive line. So, we're We are actually now in control of 4 original capitals, which means, to be honest, probably the quickest path to victory in this game now would be to just kill everyone. We finally got the ability to sail through deep ocean, so we finally went and found Shaka, who, as we believed, has been on this continent by himself since he murdered his own neighbors. It might be a smaller continent, like maybe this is actually sized appropriate for 3 civs, where ours is sized appropriate for 5. I haven't seen an uneven continent split like that before, but maybe that's a thing that can happen. But in any case, Shaka has 9 cities. He owns this entire continent, and he's pretty much comparable to everyone else on tech. And not really behind in social policies, so, like, he would definitely be favored to win in absence of me being here. He has a very high population. Even after I took these 3 cities, he has 88 population to my 70 total. So he's going to be the final boss. And our options realistically are, we can turtle up and go for science. We're not going to be able to get culture, even though we took some nice wonders and things that could help with that. I don't think that's going to be the logical path to victory here. We might be able to go diplomatic, but everyone hates us, so we'd have to bribe, like, all the city-states. Nah, realistically, we either turtle up and go technology, or we just behead everyone. We would have to take Pasargadae, and Rome, and Ulundi. And then I think that would be enough. I don't remember how that victory condition is worded, actually. Is it you have to control all the capitals, or you have to be the only player alive who controls any? Looks like you have to control them all. So actually, that means I wouldn't just have to take Ulundi. I'd have to take whichever 2 other cities on here. Okay, so Portugal, Porto, I believe, is their capital. Yeah, Portugal and someone else who got eaten by the Zulu. I would have to take those as well. Which is a little sad. If I only had to take 1 city, then that would be a little easier. But for now, we just took 3 cities. Thankfully, the Danes had built Notre Dame, which gives +10 happiness. So actually, we're doing fine on happiness. So, yeah, no, we can kind of just coast for a little bit. We've caught up our initial tech deficit. And, yeah, we can kind of do what we want. I don't know if I'm even going to bother taking this city, because it's not very good. And I don't have any particular reason I have to kill the Danes if they're down to 1 not very good city. So I don't think I need the Warmonger penalty. I just don't think I need that energy in my life. I think I just hang out. Let's see what he'll give me for peace. Okay, well, he wants white peace, which makes sense. He has nothing he can trade me, really, other than an embassy and some GPT and some gold. Oh, you don't want that? Okay. I mean, realistically, I guess I'll probably just peace out anyway. Is there any reason to sit at war with him? Does that accomplish anything? Not really. In fact, no, I don't want to have to worry about his units wandering into my area now, because Rome definitely wants to kill me. They've been moving guys around here for like 50 turns now, and they've only been held off because I left a few guys over here to try and spook them. But the rest of my army's all over here, so... Made the tactical error of not being you. Yep. The oldest trap in the book. Alright. Yeah, I guess we'll just peace out.
It
Here, will you at least give me the GPT? Give me anything? No, I guess he figures he can't afford it. Just give me an embassy. Fine. Get out of here. Alright. Almu. Sorry, I couldn't see if that was an L or a T. Almu the cow. Have a good dinner. Alright. So now, yeah, I guess now we just spread the army out and mostly focus it over here. Finally, we don't have a big, complex border to defend, because we really don't need to worry about Denmark ever declaring war on us from this point out. So, yeah, we just bring our guys back over here. I was given these Keshiks, which are normally the Mongolia exclusive special unit, by the military city-state I'm allied with. I don't know why they're able to spawn Keshiks, but it's very funny. Keshiks are awesome. Let's see. Yeah, we're just gonna bring everyone back. And these already have roads connecting them, right? Yeah, okay, cool. I'm connecting this little loop here, but that's, that should be it. Yeah. And, yeah, we can bring our great generals back as well. Just get everyone back on the bus. Leave one guy to defend Copenhagen. Yeah. Yeah. Build road. And hangout. And, hangout. Yeah, fortify there. Let's see. We're building our roads. I don't think there's much in the way of unimproved resources or land up here. I don't think there's a lot else we need to do with our workers there. Yeah. Yeah. Damn, he mined the shit out of these hills. No reason not to, I guess. Yeah, I don't think there's anything much else to do. We'll just, we'll work on a mine down there. And you're just gonna hang out. And you're going to start building a mine on that lovely coal. We have just reached the industrial era. So once we have coal, we can start building factories. And you have already improved that. Oh, that wheat's not improved, is it? The wheat's just sitting there. Yeah, let's get that. Get that. Let's quite literally get that bread. And we're gonna have to wait. Yeah, I bet you're denouncing me. Too bad you are a puny nothing. Oh. We met Budapest somewhere. Oh, what the fuck? What in God's name? What is this? Huh? Where did this guy come from? Excuse me? Did I somehow embark him and not notice? Did he spawn here somehow? Did he get ejected from someone else's territory because open borders ended? That's so weird, bro. I don't know what he's doing over there. Alright. Whatever. Whatever. It's feeling a little wacky. Yeah, apparently. Very wacky, I would say. Oh, I Keshik, Keshik, Keshik. What's in a Keshik ball? Until healed. Yeah, until healed. Oh, a spare worker that was hiding on the city, you say. Okay. That's not improved yet. Let's do that. And I can upgrade my crossbowmen to Gatling guns, but I don't think I'm going to. Because Gatling guns are where the regular ranged units actually go down in range. They can only attack adjacent units, they just don't get counterattacked because they still count as ranged. And they do have higher strength, but crossbows are more useful tactically. Let's see, we're gonna want... I mean, I guess we can leave a great general out here in case the Danes do go fucking crazy and try some shit. Nah, yeah. Spying. Okay, so I can't steal any text from the Romans. Yeah, I've caught up enough in tech that actually I probably can't really steal text from anyone now. So I guess we just move him to... use him to rig city-state elections, I guess? Get some more friends? Yeah. I guess we can, yeah, sure. Florence or Budapest. Yeah, we'll send him to Florence. And they've finally got a monument here. Yeah, I can kind of... Finally, I've been so... It's been a sequence of dominoes falling in wars lately that this is the first time in a while I can kind of just build whatever I want and not give a shit for a little bit. Not until I start actually having any kind of direct confrontation with Shaka. So, let's get extra happiness, because if we want to annex these cities for real, we're gonna need to have even more to spare. Cannons, let's bring that over here. Cannons are the next stage of the trebuchet, if you're wondering, the siege weapon. The next one after cannon is the big power spike. That's when they become artillery, which can shoot 3 tiles away, and thus is fucking bonkers. Are you gonna start something, Persia? Do you think that's in your best interests? Whatever you say, man. I ain't gonna stop you. We'll slowly bring this rogue crossbowman home. Oh, we can take a look at what Shaka's got cooking for military. So he's got Gallius. He does have cannons of his own. So he's at least researched chemistry. Yeah. Bring these guys around. These cannons also. These guys. And you. And yeah, you stay fortified. Ooh. Roman army is currently marching a surprise attack against another civilization. Well, it said they were plotting against Denmark. Are they gonna sail all the way around and try and take this city for themselves? That'd be really funny, because they can't go through my territory. That should be amusing. I wanna, you know, let's see where he's going with this. Yeah, this all looks fine. Hang out. You were building... Yeah, you can finish that trading post. Musket man, take me by the hand. We can have the Keshik hang out. a little further away. The musket man's better off on the city. Oh, okay, he can't get there yet. Okay. And we can make some good progress now that we're not having to micromanage a billion units every turn. Oh, he's also plotting against Darius. Oh, okay, that's probably what he's gonna do then. Oh, I've left him gathering intelligence there. Did I? Oh, I moved not the guy I meant to move. That's okay. You can come back and sit on Marrakesh to kill other enemy spies. Okay. 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 Alright. Okay. Alright. Yeah. Crossbowman. Come home. And we'll go road here. And then we'll have a nice little loop. And I guess we can use this caravel to explore also. We don't really need it defending anything. Go around and look for the remaining city-states, perhaps. Cannon should not be anywhere near the front lines, so... I guess... You know, I guess you can just... Yeah, you can go there. Sure. I want all my cities to have a garrison, since I have the perk that garrisoned units are free. You can hang out there. Fortify there. Yeah, that looks good. I don't know, chatters, any of y'all play Civ? And if so, which one? And what's like your favorite Civ? Let's make it a group activity. Darren is starving again. Ugh, can't you people do anything right? Great writer was born. I do have a slot for a great work of writing, which... Yeah, 82 or a flat 600. That's going to be 2 per turn for the rest of the game, but the game's not going to go another 300 turns in all likelihood. So I think I'll just eat him to get a social policy. Used to play 5, just 6. I have to imagine 6 will be the most common answer. It's been the latest game for a long time. Let's... yeah. Yeah. We'll keep the food to Adirn going. You... Is that a hill or something? No. But this is. Okay, you go there, and you sit on the city. And you fortify here. And you fortify here. And that should keep us pretty good. And this Galleus will hang out here until someday I can upgrade it. Aram, do you have opinions on Stellaris? Yeah. Yeah, sort of. I played Stellaris a number of times. It's one of, like most 4X games, it's one that I'll, like, play a game or two and be like, that was enough, and then, not play it for 2 years. So I've only played a small number of games scattered over the time in which it's existed. But I do like it, yes. I think, in terms of the spacefaring, conquering, that type of game, there are some things that it does better than the turn-based 4Xs that I've played. The best other one, in my opinion, is Endless Space. Endless Space 2, I suppose. There's no real reason to play the first one. The second one's better. So Endless Space 2 is probably my favorite space 4X in the more traditional turn-based model. And there are some things that I like better in Endless Space, and there are some things I like better in Stellaris. There's things I'd love to cross-pollinate between them. But in general, I like it. I think I've only finished one game of Stellaris, and I don't know if I literally finished it. I think I got to a point where I was like, okay, I definitely win, but it's going to be a long time of going through the motions to technically qualify for a victory condition, so I'm gonna call the game here. I was just so far ahead on tech and everything that mattered. It was fun. It's a good one. It's one that... It's a good one for trying fundamentally different strategies from game to game in, which I do respect about any particular strategy game. Ooh, we found a man. It's Kuala Lumpur. Oh, we've got a great scientist. Oh, we finished scientific theory. Okay. These are the two big industrial era techs, because you want to get factories and you want to get public schools. More production, more science. So where do we go from here? I mean, artillery is like the most powerful military power jump in the game, but do we really even need it? I wouldn't say we're in any particular hurry to conquer more shit on our continent. And now that we've caught up in tech and we have a lot of cities, we should have a pretty ironclad advantage. So I don't think we need to rush the bottom of the tree. Yeah. I guess we stick to the top of the tree and just keep investing in science in case we do actually now switch back to the original goal before all my wars of winning a science victory, which I actually barely ever do in this game. In which case, we would stick to the top of the tree. Is there anything I need from down here first? I could go for Brandenburg Gate. That would be a permanent, nice military buff. I can get my unique unit. My Berber cavalry. I guess we're not really building anything else from up here. Not until we have, like, all our factories and public schools set up. So, I guess we... Yeah, and I'm not going culture, so I don't really give a shit about archaeology. Yeah, you know what? Sure, we'll take I'll take a couple things from down here before we continue on the top half of the tree. We built a zoo. Yeah, we can't build factories until we have coal, so I guess we just start building public schools everywhere we can. Can I get these guys any... Oh, I'm sorry, I haven't been looking at chat. That was Stellaris Opinions. Have you played Hearts of Iron 4? No, I have not played any of the Hearts of Iron from Paradox. I've played Crusader Kings 2 and 3. And Europa Universalis 2, 3, and 4 at various points in my life. I haven't played Victoria or Hearts of Iron, any of the entries in those. What's the best pasta shape? I think it can depend a little bit on the sauce. I like shells if it's like an Alfredo or other cheese cream heavy sauce because they cup pockets of it and are very delicious. For like a red sauce or like a meat, I don't think I care as much about the pasta shape for meat, but I guess, I like penne. Penne are large enough that if you've got something that's like pasta with big chunks of meat in it, you can kind of spear like a couple penne and a piece of meat and get them all in a bite, and that's nice. Bow ties are whimsical. I do like a good farfalle. Honestly, in my opinion, the only wrong answer is the long, stringy pastas are not the best. Spaghetti is not the best, especially angel hair is not the best, because they're the only pasta that adds an artificial, additional, like, logistical barrier. You have to put in effort to eat the pasta effectively. Yeah, we go public school here. And I've actually got faith income now, hilariously, because I stole all the shit from the Danes. So I'll be able to build some more, like, temples and shit. That's nice. Yeah, I don't think there's much we can do to get more production here, because we're so low on food, we can't afford to go any lower. Oh, well. About 2,000 for popping a great scientist. Okay. So I can use him on anything industrial and not waste anything. My go-to is rotini. I did like a good rotini with meat sauce, which was one of the default options you could get at one of the cafeteria restaurant dealies on my college campus. Rotini is fun, yeah. Rotini is like penne. They're large enough you can spear them, and they're kind of satisfying. Yeah, angel hair really demands you have proper spinning and, like, weaving technique, and it is really hard to get a good mouthful of angel hair pasta with whatever the sauce is, if it's got any amount of, like, particulate matter in it. If it's a perfectly smooth marinara or cheese, maybe it's fine, but nah. Nah, brah. Who's got time? Who's got time to worry about proper pasta eating technique? Okay, let's see. Public school. They finished a circus. Public school. Yeah. And their tiles look okay, I think. Yeah, they're kind of food spec right now, and that makes sense because they have a lot of population to make back up. So we'll leave them. We'll leave them to their business. And we've got our road network complete. I guess let's just make more farms along this, this nice freshwater territory. Caravan in Istanbul. We're going to relocate you to Marrakesh, because that's where I've got my caravan bonus buildings. Oops, I just realized that's gonna piss Budapest off, because I sailed into their territory, but they'll get over it eventually. I'm surprised there's any, Zurich, Kuala Lumpur. Oh, okay, I found another natural wonder. Where is that? That's down. I'm surprised there are city-states alive on this continent with Shaka Zulu. I would have thought he'd have eaten them along with all the civs. Let's see. We'll bring this musket man somewhere over to this neighborhood. Yeah, just somewhere a little inside my territory so that these guys don't get any funny ideas. I've got, like, infinite money. Maybe I should bribe some city-states. I don't want to pursue relations with any of the ones on Shaka's continent because I can't defend them from him if he decides he wants to eat them. So, I could try Buenos Aires. Let's pledge to protect them. And let's... Yeah, we'll pledge to protect Florence also. I can beat the shit out of anyone on this continent if I have to, so if anyone does actually demand tribute from them, I will be able to just punch them in the nuts. So after a slightly tenuous start, it kind of looks like Emperor is manageable for me as a difficulty level. Ooh, Darius is the next to enter the Industrial Era. Good for you, buddy. You're making those two cities work, I tell you. 2 cities, 20 population, and he was still the first to get there. Okay. I mean, everyone's gonna vote for themselves as host, so I will do the same. Yeah. And we'll make a firm. Or I could actually now, let's pivot into trading posts now, I suppose, because those will be really good once I get the rationalism policy that makes them generate science. Fuck is this sitting on the hill? Oh, it's a partly built trading post. Sure, we can finish that. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Zurich. Let's caravan to Rome. It looks like the Romans, for the moment, have given up on the idea of fucking with me, so I can now freely make trade routes to them without needing to worry too much about them getting exploded. Yeah. Hang out for a while, Carl. You're gonna discover some shit, but I need to unlock the prerequisite techs first. Ah, these guys have made it to Musketmen. Welcome to the club, Skitmen. Interesting. I'm not surprised that Shaka is ranked above me in military power. I am surprised it thinks Rome has a better military than me. I suppose I haven't seen much of his military all game, other than the guys he's had dancing around here. Wonder if I should be concerned. I mean, not, like, actually concerned, because he would need an overwhelming advantage to make up for the poor tactics that he will likely employ, because the AI is not very great. So it's not like he'd actually be able to win a war, but if he thinks he can, he may be willing to go to war, which would be annoying if it wasn't otherwise going to be to my advantage. I think we surely turbo rationalism before we go back and finish commerce. Yeah, we'll get to free thought next. Okay. And... oh, okay. Can see a little more of that part of this continent. Trading post. He finished the mine. That wheat doesn't do anything because it's too far from the city. So... oh, you know what? We can finally build a Casbah. I don't know how much that's gonna matter now, but, you know, gosh darn it, I've got a unique tile improvement for my Civ, and I'm gonna do something with it. Hang out there, Musket Man. Been a while since I've had the peacetime music. That's kind of nice. Okay, okay. Let's see. Can purchase something with faith. Yeah, let's get a, buildings? Cathedral. Oh, okay, that costs 400 now. Alright, I'll save up for a cathedral. We got a great artist. Do I want the Golden Age or the Great Work? I guess I'll take the... we're getting near the inflection point where Great Works, which used to have better returns over the course of the game, might not anymore. I think... alright, I'll make a Great Work. But future ones are probably going to be used for Golden Ages. Yeah. Great Works are starting to become so-so works. I can't go that way because Rome's borders extend there. I guess Rome's a little bigger than I gave it credit for because they wrapped around the rest of the continent here. That's probably why they are able to sustain a larger military than I realized. Oh, he's got frigate also. That's not super impressive or anything. That just means he's got navigation, but okay. His navy can compete reasonably. Ooh, hello, Monaco. The big power jump for Navy, just like artillery has extra range, the big power jump for Navy is when you can make submarines, because they can just... they're just the best naval unit for fighting other naval units for the whole game. And when you can make... not ironclads. Somewhere up here you get into Battleship, which has crazy fucking range. It can hit from, like... okay. Oh, is it only 3? For some reason, I thought Battleships had, like, 5 range. Maybe I'm literally confusing them with Advanced Wars. But they're very powerful. 3 range things can pummel cities with no counterattack. So, Battleships pretty much trivialize taking coastal cities. So, until we're in that sort of range, the navies aren't going to be a big factor in combat anyway, in all likelihood. Okay, we're friends with Florence now. Let's see. Does it say how much influence I need? 60 is needed to be allies. So I would have to pay them $1,000. But then I'd be allies for quite a while in all likelihood. Is it worth it for the culture? Maybe. Alternatively, I save the gold For, like, burst building factories, that could be worthwhile. Yeah, I think we'll sit on it for that. Yeah. Ooh, Persian Gatling gun. Yeah, I guess the difference of being on Emperor is the break-even point is later, so, like, if I were on a lower difficulty, I'd already be, like, an age ahead of the AI and tech by this point. Like, I'd be hitting Industrial when some of them were still, like, medieval. But now, instead, I've caught up, so we basically have parity, which means I do need to keep alert of the military situation later into the game than I might otherwise have to. If I'm complacent, I might get wrecked. Let's see. Yeah, I guess I'll bring this ship around and kind of bring it back this way, and then this one I'll swoop around and try and check out the lower reaches of this continent. Oh. Ooh, Taj Mahal.
The Taj Mahal rises above the banks of the river like a solitary tear suspended on the cheek of time. There never was a good knife made of bad steel.
Okay. So we get a free golden age off of Taj Mahal, and it also gives +4 happiness. So, actually, we can properly annex some of these now. We annex Copenhagen, so we can control it, because this was a capital originally. This is a worthwhile city, and I don't want them building fucking walls. That's a waste of time. They've also got a terrible set of tile choices that I need to override. Wow, these guys have, like, no food tiles, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna need... Oh, is that unimproved deer I spy? Okay, I should get a worker up there. Okay. Okay. So, they need... They have a granary. Yeah, get off of some of these. Let's work that. Let's work these for food. Okay, yeah, that makes this a little more reasonable. 5 turns to make a guy. Let's build an aqueduct. Or I could buy an aqueduct. Actually, I think I will. Yeah. We're just gonna get that, and then... Why, don't fucking switch back, you bitch. Yeah, we do that. And... library, then. Library. Need one of them libraries. And we got that. Yeah, let's go that for Brandenburg Gate. If I can get Brandenburg Gate down in Marrakesh, then I can build, like, super soldiers out of here for the rest of the game. They'll have... Yeah, they'll start off with 2 or 3 promotions and permanent stat buffs from other things. So that'll be pretty good. Public school. Don't be a fool. Stay in school. And I think we will actually go ahead and bribe Florence, because if it's the difference between being not even friends and being outright allies, then that's worth it. That's a lot of culture per turn. Yeah, so they're now giving me 26 culture per turn, which is fully like a sixth of my culture income. Yeah. Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good. Oh, and I got my coal. I do love to see it. In that case, do I want to build a factory first? Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, I think I will. I'll go factory into public school. Oh no. Sorry, Rome. Sorry, Denmark. I wouldn't want anything to sour our relationship. Shaka wants to attack Harold Bluetooth. Interesting. Well, I can't do that right now, man. I've got a truce with him. Or is that the truce that just expired? Maybe that is, actually. Yeah, I guess it is. I don't think that does anything to me. So I think we're going to pass. I don't see any reason to make it easier for Shaka to take more shit. Okay. I guess let's get this guy up here. It's gonna take him a while, but, oh, well, I guess I can move that guy instead. There's not much left for them to bother improving near my original cities anyway, I suppose. They've grown. Neat, neat. We're gonna do that. Yeah. Oh, they unassigned their specialists for some reason. Don't do that. I didn't tell you you could do that. Who do you think you are? Running around leaving scars. Yeah, we don't need to turn the red light on. Let's... Stop moving. My guys. My guys. Let's see. Let's go with that. I might be deprioritizing food a little too much, but... yeah, I want that public school. I want that shul. Ooh. Hello, Cobble. Are you on your own little island out here, sir? Big if true. Or I guess small if true. Gold gifts are more effective. How much more effective? How hungry? Pretty effective. 1,000 gold for 110 influence. Which would realistically make him my ally for probably the foreseeable future. I can't defend him super effectively, but it's at least a little harder for him to be attacked if he is, in fact, on his own little island. Yeah. You know what? Sure. I think buying another friend is worthwhile. That's a lot of culture income. again. Boink. And actually get some decent social policy formation going. Okay, and that guy's done with that. Yeah, let's build some farms for Copenhagen. They could use them. Oh, hello, Rome, tiny ass city. Someone stole my opera house. This Carmen Sandiego motherfucker. Let's see. Okay, let's swap that guy to be another science man. Big Ben could be fun. Oh, wait, no, factory. Yeah. Right, I forgot. Factory spam is the strat for now. Oh. That's pretty funny. Who the fuck's... Is that Shaka's religion, I guess? Protestantism? Yeah. Slowly, I will collect all the religions. I think I had already built my special building here from Catholicism, right? Yeah, I already built a cathedral, so I don't lose anything, really, by converting. Yeah. What does Protestantism even do? Messenger of the gods, asceticism, ceremonial burial. Oh, alright. That's not a very good religion. But, whatever. Oh, I have enough to get another guy now. Let's build a cathedral. Whee! Hooray. Ooh. Their natural wonder. Oh, just one more city-state. Colombo. I don't think it... I don't know, did I get much from like fully annexing this? I'm just gonna leave those as puppets for now. Save my happiness for annexing the big boy cities. Build a farm. So chat, you seen any good movies lately? I haven't. Actually, no, that's not true. Well, I've been to a movie theater. I went to a movie theater to watch the English dub premiere for Dragon Ball Daima, and that was the first time I'd been in a movie theater in like 4 years. But I haven't seen an actual movie lately that has been notably good. I haven't really seen any bad ones either. I just don't fucking watch movies anymore. Sad state of affairs. Everyone's stealing acoustics, in spite of me killing spies. Ugh. And another Keshik. I do love to see it. Guess he'll hang out over here. factory. I can build as many as I have coal, which gives me 1 factory per city, so that works out nicely.
Dei favore, ma
Yeah, sure, I'll
devo
forgive you.
cavolo.
It is of no consequence to me, you tiny man. Does not appear that chat has seen any good movies lately. Alas. Let's... yeah, we'll replace that. Let's finally check out this coast of the continent. Okay, Ravenna. Yeah, I guess they do have more cities than I gave them credit for. They got 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe there's one up here or something. Yeah, he's still Renaissance era. He's probably not like an actual threat, but he's definitely the next most powerful after Shaka. Have to keep an eye on him. Colombo Gatling gun. That would have made those episodes a lot shorter.
Wars may be fought with weapons, but they are won by men. It is the spirit of the men who follow and of the man who leads that gains the victory.
Okay, we've got cavalry. Pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, I wanted that for Brandenburg Gate. I could rush Dynamite if I was actually planning on conquering more stuff, which honestly I could do. I've got 23 extra happiness now. I could probably eat the rest of Persia. And that would put me in striking distance to eat Rome, which would be nice. The city-state of Colombo comes in and snatches victory away from the winning player at the last minute somehow. In character. I love... it looks like I've built so many wonders, when in fact I've stolen half of these from other people. They don't have any wonders there. But Rome has some. Globe Theater, Great Wall, Hagia Sophia, Machu Picchu, and pyramids. Of those, yeah, none of those really matter particularly. Pyramids a little for worker speed, I guess. That's something. Yeah. Guess I could build railroads. Nah. Nah, I think we just stick to the top half of the tree now. And we go for way out here and try and get research lab. So yeah, we'll go navigation next. Let's see. Yeah, he's exploring around here. Do 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 do. Yeah. Go there, build a camp. All right. You, sir. You... I've got an excess of workers here. I guess I'll build a mine there. Mining every hill isn't even a terrible idea, because it makes me slightly more likely to suddenly have, like, a fucking, to discover, you know, aluminum or uranium or something on a tile that I've already built a mine on. Oop. Killed another guy trying to steal technology. I wonder if I need to build the anti-spying buildings here. Build a Zulu spy. Yeah, if even he's trying to steal tech from me, which is not surprising. Just briefly detouring to make a constabulary might actually be worthwhile. Fine. Okay, let's come around the bend. Ah, you've joined us in the world of industry, Mr. Caesar.
Amabutho ami ahlulekile. Kanti nami ngiwenzele phansi.
He's really, really contrite about this spy. Kind of wonder if I need to worry about the Zulus just first striking me. There's not much place for them to, like, mass an army because the ocean separates us. I might need to build up just a little more of a navy to make sure that can't happen. Oh, fuck, I forgot to switch Copenhagen off these fucking walls. Oops. Well, alright. Yeah, let's build a monument. Let's get that out of the way. Get a little more culture per turn. Okay, so it's these 6 cities and Mediolanum are Rome right now. Okay, okay. Knight, crossbowman, privateer, frigate. Yeah, okay, that's about the tech level I was expecting out of their army. Aram has entered the spy thriller era. Yep. That's gonna be a constant refrain for the rest of the game. You get ahead in tech. Everyone fucking sets up shop in your capital and tries to steal your shit for the entire rest of the game. Just how it goes. Ooh, I have more specialist slots now. But can I give up enough food to make use of them? If I want those, I'm probably going to need to have more food caravans pushing extra food to me here. Let's do this. Just trade a little bit of food for research, effectively, and more great engineer progress. This looks pretty good. Oh. I didn't even realize he was in aesthetics. He's a cultured man. Let's relocate this to market. And let's get more science. Yep, that's like another 50 or so science per turn. It's kind of... The balancing on the social policy groups is a little bit whack. Rationalism is just the best in all circumstances. Not much more to do with this worker. Ooh. My factories is coming online. 2 turns on that one. I finished the one in Marrakesh. Yeah. Looking pretty good. When I get my 3rd factory built, I'll get to pick my ideology.
The winds and the waves are always on the side of the ablest navigators.
Yeah, hospital would be a pretty good one to build everywhere. Generally.
Bayete.
He's super like me, so I don't know if he'll be willing to do another
Ukusasho.
trade. Does he want?
Ungavuma
He wants
udayisa.
iron? Sure, man. Fucking yeah, I'll trade you 3 iron for 1 GPT. That's strictly better for me. What the fuck do I need iron for now? Okay. These are both to my advantage. How do I want to vote on them? What's this do again? Oh, like everyone but Shaka will get 2 additional delegates, which is admittedly pretty funny. More tourism, religion spreads 25% faster. Yeah, that's fine. Agriculture for World Wonder does benefit me more than any other single player. Let's save scum this a little. See what's gonna happen with these, depending on how I vote. I don't think there's any reason for anyone to vote against this other than Shaka, so 3 delegates should be fine, because that'll overcome his 2 if he uses both of his voting against it. Everyone else is already majority Catholic anyway, right? The Danes are, the Persians are, yeah, Catholicism just took over this entire continent. So, and I'll use my other 6, or my other, oh, oops, yeah. 3 for this, 6 for this. Let's see if that makes them both pass. Finish the monument. Oh, we stopped. Oh, God, this thing is... Fuck off with this gold tile. Stop working that. You need food, man. Jesus. Jesus. I need to just, like, lock all the big food tiles, I guess. Big food, big food, big food. Let's do this 3 and 1 instead of the 2 and 2. Yeah, okay. That works. And then... I guess, maybe university. They finished public school, factory, right. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, guess we can build some trading posts. We've got nothing else to improve. There's gold in them hills. Yeehaw! Bites into a rock. Got a surprising amount of tourism just now from all the wonders and great works that I've stolen from the peoples I've conquered. I believe I was told like 80 turns ago that Rome was plotting against Persia, and he still hasn't attacked him. Okay, they did in fact both pass. Nice. That actually makes it a little harder for me to outvote the other people on my continent. But I don't really super mind. Because it gives me other ancillary benefits. And that's a lot of bonus culture. I think... I don't need, like, any... None of this really helps me particularly, I wouldn't say. Yeah, I don't think I care. I mean, I have a natural wonder in my territory. I could propose that just to try and get 5 culture off of working that one tile in one city. I think I will, because there's nothing else I care about. Built the factory. Maybe we build Big Ben. Cheaper to finish production with gold. I've got a lot of gold, so that's something I'm gonna be doing. And I don't want Brandenburg Gate here, because I want it in my main city. Yeah. Yeah. Fuck it. Let's go big or go Ben. Five turns on that factory. Ugh, these guys love building walls for no fucking reason at all. But I don't think I care to stop them. Oh, 420 science. In my lab, blazing it. It is my Bunsen burner. very funny BGM. Okay. Now Marrakesh, yeah, you can build Brandenburg Gate. You can hang out there and get ready to create my race of super soldiers. Louis Pasteur. Yeah, okay. Get some free techs off of those guys. Oh, look at the bonuses I get from my camp. Oh, majestic. Okay. There's not really anything else for this guy to do now. Guess he can replace some of these not very useful farms with, Actually, it's a lie. I should just research fertilizer. Then they will be more useful farms. Yeah, I'll pop a great scientist to get biology, I think, and then I'll go back for fertilizer to get more food on these farms that aren't next to rivers. My god, someone's trying to give me a bad breakup with Almaty. But they love me in Almaty. The fool's errand. Let's put you in Buenos Aires. I would love to steal that from Denmark. Oop. Oh, hang on. Make sure that was the right guy, right? I still need a guy in... Yeah, okay. My spy-killing man in Marrakesh needs to stay there. Okay. Yep, that's just that's the Antarctic, I guess. It doesn't look like there's any other land masses around here. Hello, everyone. Hello, Ali Gladman. Darius built Big Ben, that motherfucker. Alright, he's dead. I'm killing that motherfucker for this. You arrived just in time for content, apparently. Once I take his shit, his Big Ben will be big boned. Don't cheer for my failure. Let's see. Guess that is the right one to work. Yeah, I'll stick on that. Ugh. Big Ben, you big bitch. Do these guys upgrade to Berber cavalry? They do. Okay. And they keep... It seems like they keep some of the Keshik stuff. Not entirely clear. I don't need to upgrade anything right now, though. Let's just... I don't know. I don't really care about Red Fort. I guess I could just go ahead and make a musician's guild. I don't think I can afford to have that in Marrakesh. I've already got too many specialists for the amount of food that I can produce, so... Yeah. Yeah, that probably works. Let's... Yeah, and we're working a couple, like, kind of substandard tiles here right now. Anyway. So... Okay. Let's... Yeah, we'll make the Musicians Guild. Just for culture. Well, do we... The unfortunate thing is all of the types of artists can make great works, which give you tourism and culture. But musicians have the least useful alternative use. Theirs is very specifically for a cultural victory, because it dumps a bunch of tourism on another civ. Which is powerful if you're going for a cultural victory, and mostly irrelevant if you're not. Whereas great artists can start golden ages, and great writers can just give you a bunch of culture. So musicians are the least useful for me to generate. They've already built a factory and a public school. I don't know. I don't know. Any of this stuff is useful for them to build. I knew there was a reason I didn't listen to music. Yeah. Nukes when? Not for a little while. I'm still in the industrial era. Yeah, we'll build a windmill. We'll just get more production. Oh? What's going on over here? Oh, right, this is Shaka. He's just ramming frigates into it. Oh, no, the frigates are the ranged ones. He's ramming caravels into it and shooting it with frigates. Right. Oh.
Those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it.
All these antiquity sites all over the place. I don't think I care very much. But they're there. They exist. Biology. Can I get... Yeah, I can pretty much get all of that with that guy. Cool. Well, that'll give me hospitals in a hot second. A hot second. Yeah, an attempt was made. I think we're going to replace a couple of these farms with trading posts. That's like that's the late game workers sitting around, and you can't build railroads yet. Just build trading posts everywhere. Aram, I wonder, do you play other civilization type games like Stellaris, or is Civ the only one you play? Stellaris came up earlier, actually. I have played Stellaris on and off. I play many games of this general type. Way back in the day. I didn't play the really early Civs. The first one I ever played was 3, and that was only a little, because a friend had it. But I mainly didn't start on Civ until Civ 4. Way back in the day when other people would have been playing like Civ 2, I was playing Master of Orion 2. That was my first 4X game. That game's fucking rad. And honestly, that game's still worth playing if they've got it on. Now I kind of want to see, do they have it on GOG? Master of Orion 2 kicks fucking ass. And didn't get a worthwhile successor for years and years and years, because Master of Orion 3 wasn't very good. Until they made Endless Space. And Endless Space is like its spiritual successor. Oh, I got a bloink. What's the bloink? The Great Sky Whales subscribed at tier 1 for 2 months. That's as long as I've had subs. I appreciate it. Thank you. They do have it on GOG. Apparently I bought a collection at some point because I've got Master of Orion 1, which I've actually never played, and Master of Orion 2, which I have. So yeah, that was the first one I played in this genre. Endless Space 2 is probably the best Master of Orion variant you can find nowadays. Stellaris is pretty good. I was talking earlier about how there are things that I like better in Stellaris and things that I like better in Endless Space, and I'd love if I could just cross-pollinate them. I'll tell you this, though. Endless Space 2 is very good. Stellaris is very good. No game since Master of Orion 2 has come anywhere close to designing spaceships and fighting other spaceships with them as awesome as that game was. The way all the interlocking systems involved in spaceship design in that game, trade-offs on cost and space and like weapon facings, and shit like that. It's so fun, and such fun little animations and sound effects for all the weapons. Combat in that game was awesome. And combat in, like, Endless Space, especially Endless Space 1, but even in Endless Space 2 is much less interesting and much less awesome. And ship design is much more just loaded up with the biggest numbers you have. It's still fine, but, it's kind of crazy to me that none of the newer Space 4X games have just ripped off Master of Orion 2's, like, spaceship design. Because it hasn't been done better. A lot of antiquity sites all over the place from all the wars I've been fighting. Yeah. Maybe I'll archaeologize a couple of these. How long does it take to build an archaeology? Maybe I won't. We'll see. If I was going tourism, it would be more worth it. As it is, it may be a little questionable. I'm gonna do this next turn. That'll get me my 3rd factory. That'll let me choose my ideology, and I think I'll probably wrap up there for this evening. Never played Master of Orion, but I think I own the first one. I should boot it up. Yeah, like I said, I didn't play the first one, so I can't speak to that one's quality per se. Ooh, the Zulu took his shit. They took his shit. People are gonna be none too pleased about that. I wonder if I'm gonna need... Friendly, you say. Friendly, you say, with 2 small pluses and a big negative? I don't believe you. I don't believe you even a little bit. Uh-oh. It looks like it may be time to build a navy and go to war with the Zulu. Just preemptively, because when the AI pulls the fucking fake friend shit, it pretty much always means they're gearing up to punch you in the dick. And now he's actually on this continent, and so now we're actually gonna have a border. He's gonna have designs on my shit. So, I don't think... Is Denmark off? Yeah, Denmark is now off the board. That was his last city that he took from the Persians before I then took all of his original cities. I don't think I need to worry about the Persians going to war with me. The Romans are a little more of a question mark. He is pretty much broke, which is nice to see. Whereas I have some amount of money, as you can see. Oh, alright. Well, fuck whatever you're building now. We need to build an oil well. Yeah, we're gonna explore a little more. Yeah, I got a couple dollies in the bank. Yeah, you can just hang out there. Starting city, Istanbul. What was the oh, it was because it was trading to them, and that city blew up. That makes sense. Actually, yeah, we'll send it here. That'll give me a trade route with Shaka, which will give me more tourism power over him. Not that that really matters, but might as well. Yeah, that's the only source of oil I discovered. How many is that worth? 7. Okay, nice. That's all I'll need in all likelihood. Oh yeah. Your power is gone, fleets destroyed, armies scattered, cities crushed, people enslaved. Insolence has cost your empire. Ha 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 ha. That was the lost thing? I don't think I ever saw that, not because I never, like, ate shit in a game, but because I'm pretty sure I always, you know, quit out of a game when it was, like, obvious, like, alright, this is a lost cause. I don't think I ever played a losing game to the point of hitting the lost screen. There was an equivalent one for winning that, oh man, let's see if I can remember it. I remember parts of it. I don't necessarily remember how it starts. Soldiers' bravery at your command. Your army is undefeatable. Your fleets patrol the skies of every planet in the galaxy. This galaxy. Ha ha ha. But other challenges await, O Master of Orion. Yeah, that game's awesome. I might have to play that again sometime. Yeah. What was I think the original question was, how do I play other games in this genre? Yeah. So Mutu, Endless Space. I play other Paradox games, which aren't quite 4X games, but have some similarities. I'm definitely going to stream Crusader Kings at some point. That shit's hilarious. It's a very sitting and looking at menus game, even more so than something like this, but it is funny. Okay, yeah, I think this is gonna be the last thing I do tonight, is we gotta pick an ideology. So, all of these are at least somewhat compatible with all of the victory conditions, but some of them are definitely better for some than others. So, roughly speaking, these correspond to major power ideologies of the latter half of the 20th century, you know, the period of time corresponding to, like, the modern and atomic eras in this. So basically, you've got, like, Nazi Germany or, you know, other overtly military expansionist powers is autocracy. The US and the West and liberal democratic nations in general is freedom, and then, like, communist bloc, Soviet Union kind of countries is order, is roughly what each of these are. And honestly, I think order, for the most part, is the best. It's the one I end up picking the most, because it's at least somewhat good for everything, but really, our choices here are, if we go autocracy, we're saying we're gonna fuck the science plan, except as a means to the end, and we're going to conquer the world. And the main time sink for that is gonna be conquering the Zulu. Specifically, we have to take Lisbon, Ulundi, and whatever third civilization's original capital Shaka currently owns. In addition to also taking Rome, but that's kind of a foregone conclusion. That's not going to be a problem compared to dealing with Shaka. So that's one route. Freedom is really nice for tourism. It has nice things for specialists. So all of the guys in cities like these, instead of guys working tiles, guys working like specialist positions. Freedom has bonuses for those is its main shtick. And then Order just kind of is good for everything. Order is just good. But I always go Order. I feel like maybe I shouldn't. Let's see how each of these... How do these contribute to space victory if we want to do that? This really doesn't. This is pretty all in on you're going military. It has a few ancillary bonuses for other things, but mostly that's what that's about. For space victory, you want freedom so you can buy the spaceship. Is that what the... Oh, yeah, I may buy spaceship parts with gold. Well, we do have synergy for that. So, yeah, freedom's probably what we're gonna do if we're going that. Order just kind of gives you good bonuses to, like, everything in various forms. Cost of purchasing buildings reduced by 30%. That's also really good for our gold spec that we've ended up in somehow. Factories increase city science output by 25%. Mines and quarries, production. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff. Freedom has great people generation. Bonus food effectively, indirectly, by making specialists eat less food. The rest of these kinda suck. Some free military units. Cities are stronger. Happiness from watermills, hospitals, and medical labs. For a bunch of bonus happiness, that's not bad. Wow, yeah, this kind of fucking sucks. No wonder I never go freedom. Ugh. Freedom! Ugh. That's annoying. Why is Order so much better? You heard it here first. Freedom kind of sucks. Sucks. Yeah, what the fuck? What? +2 happiness for monuments, and then Freedom's like, oh, you want to build mints, banks, and stock exchanges in all your cities, including the ones where that does fucking nothing? Water mills? You built water mills in all your cities, right? Annoying. And Order has its own spaceship part. It's not as good as buying them with gold, but being able to use great engineers on them is also pretty good. Freedom sounds suboptimal. I tell you what, this will be our cliffhanger. I'm gonna think it over. Because it's time for me to commit to what victory condition I'm going for, and it's going to be a very different rest of this game if I'm going for spaceship or if I'm just going to murk these guys. So we'll leave it there, and it'll be a fun cliffhanger. I guess I can't really promise I won't do what I did before and come back and be like, sorry, I already played a bunch. That might happen again if I end up feeling like playing this game, but not able to stream or not feeling like streaming. But you'll see most of the rest of this, I suspect. Defensive options. Yeah, freedom is probably what I'll do if I'm going spaceship, even though Order would probably be better. I'll try freedom if I do spaceship, or I'll do autocracy and kill everyone. We'll go for one of those. Sorry, guys, I won't. I literally, I start stream, load my game, play one turn, just the last turn to win, and then, and like, all right, I hope you enjoyed my Civ 5 stream today. Stream ends after 2 minutes. right after stream, mashing the button. We'll see. We'll see. But, yeah. I'll be back for more of this later. It was crazy. You guys should... What a fun game that I played not for you. And you've given me much to think about. Other games I might stream someday. Maybe I'll show off Mutu sometime. It's very old school. I mean, pixely as hell. I'm pretty sure that game doesn't exist in bigger than like 1024 by 768 resolution. But that's always something I could do. We'll see. We'll see. But for now, I'll leave it there. And thanks, guys, for coming out to watch. Appreciate it. And I'll see you later.